Welcome to day 10. I'm actually going to start by doing some more insulation. I got another pack of our rock wool here, and I'm going to try and insulate this wall over here and this wall here because it's supposed to be pretty hot today, and anything I can do to mitigate the miserable heat in here, I think I will appreciate. So I'm going to take care of myself real quick and do some insulation. Hopefully this is recording and we have a little less ADHD problems today, but I can't promise anything. Alright, we have insulated a lot of it, not all of it. Still got to do this little weird corner right here. And then over here, didn't have quite enough to do there. And then this spot is our drain pipe. I'm debating whether I want to do the effort of like trying to stuff it in there. We also got this stuff back here. I don't know how much I want to chase trying to insulate every inch. Also, I think I want to try and get some insulation there. I also need to get some studs in there before we try and wall everything off, get the tub in here permanently. I definitely need to get some framing support in here to be able to support any drywall coming here and here so that we have somewhere, a corner to properly meet. But we'll see if all of this new insulation will help with the heat today. I'm not too optimistic because we still have our attic that is completely uninsulated right above us. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll help, maybe not. If not, it's a step that was going to happen anyway, and it's now done. there we go. So this is ready to be plumbed up to our shower right here. That's all ready for our toilet. Got water running over for our vanity here. It's not perfectly even, but luckily it's going to be inside of an enclosed vanity, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But there it is. Heck yeah. So next, I do want to do the electrical. I also think it might be time to do this wall. To do the wall though, I know we're gonna have to bring the tub back in to be able to get everything kind of fitted again and mark where everything's gonna go. Man, this is exciting. This is really exciting for me. I think I might even put in a section. I don't want to break up this subfloor though. I don't want to have to cut it more than, well, I know that piece here is gonna have to be separate from this piece here because we're gonna have a notch out here for the tub, and so it just is gonna make sense to just cut it straight across there so we can have the notch out for the tub there. So that's gonna happen. We're probably gonna take a big old chunk out of our subfloor here, and then I gotta take the chunk out of the subfloor here for this guy. We're making some serious progress, and this is really exciting for me. I have just finished putting in some shims because I found out that the floor right where the toilet is actually starts to dive down that way. So I shimmed it up in the places that mattered the most, and so now, there we go. Nice and level all the way across, still level, it's beautiful. Got another one, this one here, level all the way across. So our boards are going to be supported when making this transfer. Also, that gives us a little more space around that toilet, gives us a little more height, which every quarter inch helps. We ended up using, it looks like 2 shims in some places, 2 whole shims, or 3 I guess. It's 1, 2, and then a third one here. But yeah, we're gonna throw down some liquid nails. I got most of these shims hit with some liquid nails as well, just because I don't want them to squeak or anything like that in the future. So we're gonna throw some nails down on all of our boards here and along this seam, and then we're gonna throw down our made board, and hopefully it works. Nothing to it but to do it. This edge, like I was saying, it dives down, and I didn't actually fix this piece, this other side. And so it's kind of where the vanity is, it's gonna dive down, but the vanity should cover almost all of that. I'm not gonna worry too much about that little bit. Let me show you some of the things I did to help myself once I got this board down, because obviously I can't see everything that's under here. However, I can see here that we got this stud, and so we can draw a line. Hey, that stud just goes this way here. But we remember that those two studs, there's a second stud. That stud goes all the way to here. So where that transitions, I put a little note that says stud switch. So this is where we switch from one stud to the other. So I can get a square off of that one coming down and a square off of this one coming down, and they're gonna be about 2 or 3 inches apart. And then this one, we're good to follow all the way along because we have that fresh board. So that goes all the way across from end to end on this one. So we can just draw a straight line and go boom to nail it all down. And then all of my little studs, I marked with an ST. And we got another ST. And then we got another ST. So that's where those studs go across this little gap where it's supporting on this stud here. As well as I got a lot of nail plates over here. So the gaps are where the arrows are. So here, I put my straight edge here, and it follows that line. If I go there, that guy is safe from here to there. This one, it's safe from here to there. And then that's got a stud, and there's no nail plates over there. And then I think this one is the last nail plate. So there's a nail plate from here to here, going out. Nail plates here, going out, nail plates here. So that's one way to help myself, knowing where things are. And then under here on the studs themselves, I had marked on where the tub was going to end up and all that. So this is just a line that says, hey, start tub stud. So we got the line where like this tub will be, and then there's a little bit we're going to stick out, and that's where that stud will be as well. So hopefully that's helpful. That makes sense. If you're planning on doing something like this, help yourself by adding little notes on other areas that you can, because all of this eventually will be covered, so it doesn't matter what I write on here. So hopefully this helps. Let's start throwing down some screws. All right, we've got our subfloor in. It is solid with these screws and nails. Like, I'm impressed with how solid it is. Even with my notching and all that stuff, I don't think that's gonna destroy the integrity of it. It's pretty solid still. Now, I wanna install some blocking here so that we can have corner blocking for sheetrock to have something to go against, similar to this corner already has. Good solid corner. This corner needs to be built out, and this corner needs to be built out. So that is next on the docket, is getting some studs in corners. Let's go ahead and get started on that. Alright, end of day update. You saw everything I did. However, this is a rollover from the next day because Sundays always get less done. But I did some trimming here in the walls to trim back this lath so I can put some corner support in here for the sheetrock to be supported in the corners. Kind of like this corner is, but every other corner in here, unsupported. Got our subfloor glued and screwed down. This thing is solid. I can jump on this guy and no problem at all. So not worried about that. We got nail plates over our plumbing. I drilled a hole here for our electrical to come up to here. That's pretty much it. Just did a lot of here and there little things. The biggest thing was getting this subfloor down, secured, locked in place. And we're pretty well ready to get started next week. I know I keep on saying, hey, I can start on electrical, but I never end up starting on electrical because I just always got one more thing. But I think next I'm gonna start on is corner supports. Then I wanna do insulation. I wanna get insulation throughout the room, get it all done. That way we can start just buttoning things up, close it all up, lock it up, and then maybe even start throwing up some sheetrock. I don't know. Some Schluter stuff. You know, we need to get that vent fan installed. We got 2 can lights going in here, and then we're gonna have an overhead light somewhere over here, similar to that guy. This is all going smooth, but very slow. This whole thing takes a lot longer than I thought it would. It's kind of frustrating how long it takes, but that's just a bit of the beast, right? Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this. Share this with somebody you think might love these home improvement DIY videos. I'm literally learning to do this as I go. If you're seeing anything glaring, an issue, you're like, hey, you should probably fix that before you go any further, please leave those in the comments below. I read and respond to as many, and if not all, of the comments on my videos. So please, if you are seeing something I'm doing wrong, let me know. I know that one down there is very wrong. That toilet, I'm working on it. I got some ideas, I got some plans in place, but yeah, right now that's just what we have. So let me know what needs to be done, what's next, what other things I'm missing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.